Hello everybody, and welcome back. I've been studying a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 cutscenes to see exactly how they manage their dialogue. And something caught my eye. It's a redemption game, so the character's moral arc should be from bad to good. But I've noticed that in watching Good and Bad Honor dialogue comparisons, when you don't quite follow this trend, dialogue tends to suffer. You'll notice in my last video, I transcribed this particular scene, Moneylending and Other Sins Part 7, into script, which is a phenomenal creative writing technique just to get your creativity and focus going. But it also caught me as to one of the major stick-out scenes where dialogue could really use some improvement. So I'm going to improve it. To remind you, this is the scene.
How did you get on, Mr. Morgan?
Just dandy. Just get up.
What?
Get up!
What is wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all.
What are you doing?
Getting rid of you, you time-wasting maggot. Get your bag.
I don't understand.
Just get out of my sight. You waste my time, you depress me, and you're a parasite, sending me after losers like that. That should do. You're an embarrassment.
What are you doing? We were partners.
Yeah.
Business partners.
Go get a new partner.
You know, they say the sick delude themselves. I was your comrade.
My comrade? You're a creep. A creep and a parasite and a time waster. Now, take that. Take that, and don't annoy me.
I'm...
Leaving.
Very nice. And you'll notice at the very end there's a very poignant scene between Arthur and Strauss where Arthur just cuts him off. He absolutely stonewalls this guy.
I'm...
Leaving.
And that's the same for both High and Low Honor, and I think it's a fantastic piece of writing, and it really showcases Arthur's strengths. However, about 20 seconds ago,
You know,
he's waffling on about how he's a creep and a parasite and a comrade and time wasting and this, that, and the other, and it's a bit of a mess. So, what would I do to fix it? Immediately, and I'm going to go through exactly what's wrong. Strauss doesn't have a great deal to say during this scene. He repeats a lot of the same lines, but he asks a lot of questions very early on, and I think that that's forgivable, given that he's trying to understand the situation. But you have to remember the context in which you put your characters in, because while you'll know the information, they won't. So you need it believable that he's, he doesn't quite believe it yet, but I think he has an inkling he's getting thrown out of the gang, and he doesn't really know why until Arthur sort of outlines it, and Strauss is losing his security here. So I think overall Strauss is okay. Strauss was all right. He was well written, but I think a lot of the fixes need to come into Arthur's dialogue. And the issues don't really start until here. See if I can find that.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Getting rid of you, you time-wasting maggot.
This is where the beginning of Arthur's repetitions starts. So time wasting, parasite, creep, get out of my sight. Yeah, you waste my time. You depress me. You're a parasite. Setting me up to lose like that. You're an embarrassment. Creep and a parasite and a time waster. Yeah, it doesn't quite land, considering especially we've seen him really shut down other characters and other scenes. And I want to bring this scene up to scratch to make it in line with a Low Honor Arthur, but also still quite a strong Low Honor Arthur. So straight away, what would be the first thing that I changed? And I think getting rid of you, you time-wasting maggot. So that's where we'll start. I think calling Strauss a parasite is fairly accurate, so we'll start with that. Getting rid of you, you goddamn parasite. As we know, Arthur Morgan likes to use goddamn quite a lot. You goddamn parasite. I'm going to keep that. Is this it? Interestingly,
Get your bag.
he doesn't say it here, but you can see that it was animated, and he does say it in High Honor. I don't know why they cut this for Low Honor, but I'm going to keep it in because I think it rolls better.
I don't understand.
Just get out of my sight.
I think that's it's just a little bit too wishy-washy. It's not as punctual, I think, as we've heard Arthur be before. So I'm going to change that to I want you out of my sight. I think he's finally truly, he finds Strauss fairly despicable. And I think that this is the final kind of nail in the coffin. You'll also notice I've double-spaced this between the action and dialogue just to make it easier to read. So I want you out of my sight. That's the first change. And this one's going to be sort of fairly major. So you waste my time, you depress me, and you're a parasite, sending me after losers like that. Again, context. The first debt, this is after he's come back from collecting 2 debts. The first debt, I think he has to defend a soon-to-be father, an objector from, a deserter from the army, from the sort of the Mounties they send after him. He stays to fight because he wants to get paid, but you still have the option to absolve the debt, refuse the money that he gives you. So I don't know if Arthur still sort of sees him as a loser. And the second one is a guy called Arthur Londonderry. He's dead, and you have to go to his widow to collect it, and you can't collect it. You just absolve it. So I don't know. Even in Low Honor, Arthur, he apologizes to her for her husband's death. So I don't think that Arthur sees them as losers, and I think that this is probably one of the biggest pieces of dialogue that needs to change. So I would say straight away, this is Arthur letting out why he's getting rid of Strauss
Just
once and
get
for all.
out of my sight. You waste my time, you depress me, and you're a parasite, sending me after losers like that.
No, that doesn't sound right to me at all. So I would say, sent me after a dead man. I think that's, and a widow. We're gonna add a little bit more of the bounce, keep it sort of in the same kind of rhythm. So you sent me after a dead man and a widow. We need something to bring it down here to say, I've had enough. So I'd say something like, you've got time to collect your blood money. That's not bad. That's straight away. I ain't got time to collect your blood money. You could even say, I'm done collecting your blood money. Which is, it's a little bit darker. It's a shade darker, and I think that is appropriate for a Low Honor Arthur. I'm done collecting your blood money. Is we're finished, and it works 2 ways. And then straight away.
That should do. You're an embarrassment.
He is, and I'm not disputing that, but I think that this could be harsher. Because again, it is Strauss's fault that Arthur is even sick in the first place. So I would say we could link it back to the very first one, the very first cutscene, the interaction between these two at Chapter 2, when the debt collecting begins. And I think Strauss says something like, debtors belong in prison, we're doing them a favor. So you could say I'm doing you a favor, but it needs to be a little bit darker. So I'm actually going to say you belong under the prison. You belong under the prison. Yeah, straight away. This is, you don't belong here. This is where you should go. So he's sort of chasing him away now.
What are you doing? We were partners. Business partners.
Go get a new partner.
I don't actually think that that's bad. I think that that's kind of, I'm actually going to leave that as it is. I think that that's fine, perfectly executed. I think that might be the same for High and Low Honor. I'm not sure, but we'll be moving on.
They say the sick delude themselves. I was your comrade.
Like I said, Strauss is fairly well written, so I think comrade is excellent sort of language choice for. I know he says friend, in high honor, but comrade here, and I think that that sort of links to his sort of Central European nationality. So again, so my comrade, you're a creep and a parasite, and a time waster. All needs changing. Well, not all of it. You're a creep and a parasite. It's got a nice bounce to it, so I'm actually going to change that to a creep, and a coward, which does line into the kind of the hostility and survival of a low honor Arthur would champion. You're a creep and a coward, and a time waster. No, we don't care about. Like, Arthur doesn't believe. Low honor Arthur doesn't know how much time he's got, but he thinks he can still make through it, so I don't think that he's worried about wasting his time. I think my comrade, you're a creep and a coward. You're not my comrade. Straight away, you can just be that cold. I think that that would work as well. Flicks for the dollars, yeah, that would stay the same. Not that we can change the action here. Now take that.
My comrade, you're a creep and a parasite and a time waster.
Nah.
Take that. Take that, and don't annoy me.
I don't like that either, and don't annoy me is trying to be a threat, but it's not landing. So I think, now take that, and not another word. And I'll tell you why I'm choosing this. Take that, and not another word. Even though Strauss disobeys him, and we have this
I'm
leaving.
wonderful little scene. I think that's, you know, as I said, Arthur's stonewalling him. He's done. He's out the gang. And he has to be fairly strong on this. Now, not another word also works later on in the epilogue, as I think when John and Charles finally meet up, they say that Strauss gets picked up and he never says a word. He doesn't confess anything to the Pinkertons who are chasing him, so not another word could also, you know, bleed into that Strauss very much took Arthur's final warning to heart. And yeah, I think that this just very minor tweaks that line up with who Arthur is in a low on a run, his intent in the scene, which is to remove Strauss and vent some of his rage for allowing Strauss to, you know, string him along, and, you know, use him for this long. And to, you know, to actually kick Strauss out of the gang. So let's see, what do we do? Just Andy, just get up. What? Get up. What is wrong? Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. What are you doing? Getting rid of you, you goddamn parasite. Get your bag. I don't understand. I want you out of my sight. You sent me after a dead man and a widow. I'm done collecting your blood money. That should do. You belong under the prison. What are you doing? We were partners, business partners. Go get a new partner. I say the sick delude themselves. I was your comrade. My comrade, you're a creep, and a coward. You're not my comrade. Now take that. Take that, and not another word. I'm leaving. Strauss is defeated. He slowly shuffles away. Those are the edits I would make to this scene. I might make it part of a series if this is popular. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like if you want to. Yes, I am begging for subscribers this early on in the career, so getting it in early. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.